You've already seen me doing these things as a part of my morning routine. I mean, cooking, drinking a lot of water and brushing my teeth. But I don't think that you've ever seen me doing something that helped me develop a specific body part of mine a lot. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video here on my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about something essential to my fitness morning routine that I haven't shown you until now, because I want to explain why I do it and why you should do it as briefly as possible. But however, this thing has something to do, has a lot to do with my abs, and it is called stomach vacuum. Alright guys, as you can see, I had to move to a vast room in order to show you how the exercise is done, because mine is pretty much occupied by a bed. No, I'm not complaining. For sure, I'm not. But first, let me explain why you should do the exercise. Pretty much, long story short, you can develop the TVA, or also known as the transverse abdominis. It is the hardest to reach and deepest layer of your abdominals, and with this exercise you are going to hit it real hard, and this will give you pretty much total control of your abdominals. And I'm sure that you want to control your abs, don't you? So let me now show you how the exercise is done. There are three variations. The first one is beginner, the second one is intermediate, and the third one is gut. Let's start with the beginner level. Alright, the exercise consists of three parts. The first one is breathe all of your air out. The second one is suck your stomach as hardly as possible. And the third one is hold for as much as possible. Alright, let me show you. The first part, breathe all of your air out. Suck in. And then you hold for as much as possible. This is not for as much as I can. I can hold for at least 20 seconds, but as a beginner you may need to take a lot of rest. For example, you may do it for 10 seconds, then rest for 30 seconds, and repeat that for 4 sets or 3 sets, depending on how you feel, because you may feel as you are going to choke. Now, this was the beginner level. Let's proceed to the intermediate level. Alright guys, these three parts, the blowing your air out, the sucking, and the holding, they repeat for every single one of the levels for the exercise. But you will see how the gut level looks. It's not very hard when you look at it, but when you try it, it's super hard. But firstly, let me show you the intermediate level. For the intermediate level, this is the position that we're going to take. Now, as you can see, my hands are on the ground and I'm kneeling. So this position is for the intermediate level. Now, the same thing, you blow all of your air out, you suck in, and then you hold for as much as possible. Let me show you. Breathe out all of your air. Suck in. And then you hold for as much as possible. Are you ready for the gut level? Alright guys, we just reached that gut level. As you can see, I'm just standing. It is not hard when you look at it, as I said, but it is hard when you try it. Now it is the same thing as the other ones. Step one, you breathe all of your air out, suck in, and then you hold. Just let me rest for a second.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, this is pretty much how the stomach vacuum looks like. There are three levels, as I told you: beginner, intermediate, and gut. The third level is named by me. Don't worry, nobody else would name it like that. But I would rather say that it's for guts, because it's really hard, and if you can't do it, consider yourself a gut. I'm just kidding, but it's really hard when you stand. It's really much harder than when you're lying or just kneeling. But guys, I just want to point out that if you feel dizzy or you don't feel good after doing the exercise, just don't do it for much time. 10 seconds are good. I mean 10 seconds, then you rest for 20 seconds, then you do it again, and like that for 3 sets maybe, or 4 sets, for as much as you feel good. Of course, you may feel as you are going to choke, as I just did now, and on level 2 I just didn't feel good because I lack oxygen. It's normal to not feel good, but don't worry, you will get used to that. After 1 year of doing the exercise, I can do it for 20 seconds without pretty much resting. I mean 20 seconds, then I rest for 20 seconds, and then I do it for 4 sets. It's just, you're going to get used to it, don't worry. But when to do it? Well, pretty much I love to do it in the morning, and right now it is the morning. I haven't eaten anything, I haven't drunk anything, nothing, just empty, flat, that's it. I haven't trained, nothing, and this is why I feel so tired, and my voice maybe sounds a bit different than usual, but in the morning it is the best time to do it. Of course, you can do it when you are training abs, for example, at the end of your ab session, or not when you're training abs, just when you're training, for example, you are training back. At the end of the session you can just do a stomach vacuum, but just make sure that you haven't eaten anything for at least 2–2.5 hours, and after that time you can do a stomach vacuum. But if you have eaten something and you try to do it, it's going to be really harder, and it won't target the transverse abdominis as good as it would if you haven't eaten anything. So don't eat anything for 2 hours and then do the exercise. I'm sorry if I look dead, but I really need some water and some food. So let's proceed with my morning routine that you may have already seen, but let's do a little bit of a montage. Guys, don't know if that montage was good, but I'm running low on battery and I'm doing as much as I can. Right now I'm working under pressure because any minute my camera may say, God damn it! Yeah, my camera did die on me, but however, what I wanted to tell you was that this was the exercise. I hope that you remember those 3 steps that make up the whole exercise. It's not very complicated, it's not complicated at all, and you saw it, but it is hard, especially for the beginners. So start from level 1, then make your way up to level 2 and then to level 3. From then on, you just maintain that every single morning. And again, I recommend you to do it in the morning when you are flat, you haven't eaten anything or drunk anything. And you can also do it after your training session, but make sure that you haven't eaten anything 2 hours before you do the vacuum. Now guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video. This was it. And of course, if you did enjoy it, you know what to do. Don't forget to give it a like, of course. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications bell so you can see my upcoming videos. And again, thank you for watching. Stay healthy, stay positive, and I'll see you in the next one.